friends.
There we go. Now we're rolling.
This is Double Take the Podcast, and of course, Josh and Chris here. And we have a special guest with us today. Now, Josh, we have only had the privilege, if I can remember correctly, to have. We hadn't had many songwriters on our podcast. We had Ronnie Henson,
known songwriters,
right?
Yeah,
Ronnie Henson,
Ronnie Habedank.
I forgot
Scotty.
Wow. Scotty, yeah.
And I don't know. That's all I can think of right off the top of my head. Now others have written, co-written,
right.
But they're kind of known as writers.
Yeah.
So we have a sure nothing in here today.
I'm telling you what.
Yeah.
Now he's had songs recorded by groups like Gold City, the Gaither Vocal Band, the Perrys, the Kingsmen, the Nealons, the Whiznets, the Inspirations.
I think he even had Mercy's Mark.
I think so. Yeah,
another one like him.
Yeah,
wasn't that you? Another one like him.
That's me. Yeah, what was the song?
Be another one. You remember that?
I do. Yeah,
Day One album.
I didn't realize that. Okay.
Yeah.
But we better introduce you so they know who we're talking with. Mark Mathis.
Hello.
And we're glad to have you with us.
Good to be here. Thanks for inviting me. I'm honored.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And I've been wanting to. We've talked about having several songwriters on here, people that we want to get to, but I think it's great to get the perspective of a songwriter. What we do. Obviously, we couldn't do what we do without songwriters, people like you.
Well,
and Gold City is thankful, especially for you, because we recorded several of your songs.
And thank you for that.
Over the years.
What are all the Gold City cuts that Mark wrote?
So the cuts that I know about, there could be more that I didn't catch on to, but I believe that was number 2
That's
all across the
favorite,
country.
Yeah, for the year.
Another
for the year.
Okay,
Yeah.
for the year.
That was another one of the illustrious number 2s.
Yes, Gold City's had so many number 2s.
What did we said I've been trying to out them up today.
It's
Was
about
it 14? 14 number 2
So they say
songs.
you don't want a number 2.
Right.
Yeah, it's crazy. And we've had 12 number 1s.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
So we've had 2 number 1s since we've been here.
Yeah.
Is that right?
That's right.
wow.
So 12 number 1s. And then, but what's funny is there's 14 number 2s.
Oh,
So
really?
there's 2 more number 2s than there are.
I'm in a good group then.
But
I'm
you're
in a good group.
company, because we're talking about songs like Nobody's There.
Oh, yeah.
And There Rose a Lamb.
Major hit
Isn't that
songs.
crazy?
Once Upon a Hill.
Yeah. I know it.
All those were number 2s.
Yeah. Wow.
And I never quite made it. So
Well,
you're in
thank
good
you.
company.
Help is on the way. Help is on the way. Our first single of the current group was number 2, but it was the most played song of the year. It was the number 1 song for the year, but it was number 2.
It stayed
It
number
topped
2
out at
for
number 2. Is that
2
not hilarious?
months.
It's kind of like that with the same project I believe was on is I'm Not What I Was.
Yep.
Yeah.
And I think it was either number 11 or 13 for the year, but it got the BMI award.
That's right. That's what I was going to
Crazy.
say.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is crazy how that works.
They wouldn't stop playing it on radio. I
know
guess. It was a great song. Yeah, that was from the same record.
Uh-huh.
And then in 2004, one of our favorite albums was Walk the Talk.
Oh, yeah.
And Then We Shall Sing.
Then we shall sing like never before.
It's a
Yeah.
great song. Was there any others that you
There
remember?
was on that same first project with I Believe I'm Not What I Was. There's a song called Grace.
Yes.
Grace, marvelous grace.
Great song.
Yeah. So,
Yeah.
I think Mark Trammell recut that with his group.
oh really?
Not
Yeah.
too long ago,
Oh,
but-
good. Well, he was with Gold City when they cut
During
that.
That's
that
right.
time,
Yeah.
Yep.
So
How
yeah.
did you kind of get your start? First, how did you kind of come up that got you in this world, and like what brought you into the gospel music world?
Mhm.
Were you born and raised out here?
I was raised in Central Missouri, so just
Yeah.
like 2 hours away
What
from
town?
here. Salem, Missouri.
Okay.
So Rolla is out right there on I-44, and Salem's east, and just out in the middle of the woods.
Yeah.
And so I raised there and went to church, always involved in gospel music, sang since I was a kid, traveled with, regional groups. And
Yeah. Who were the hot groups back in those days when you were coming up that were kind of like
that I listened to?
Yeah.
So I loved the Happy Goodmans.
Oh yeah.
And I loved the Cathedrals. That was usually more my early 20s. So
80s,
I love
was that during the 80s
the
time?
Neelands, and then I was the kid that set my alarm on Sunday morning so I could watch the Jubilee.
Yeah.
And so my alarm go. No one else in the house was up but me, and I'd be watching the Gospel Jubilee, the Florida Boys, and all those groups.
So it bit you early on in life. didn't it?
Very, yeah. I was playing piano like when I was 5. I was playing piano for church when I was 12.
Holy smoke.
And so I just, I was that kid. And so, I loved gospel music and always wanted to be involved in it. And so, like I said, I think I was 13, started traveling with the local group, and we did a lot of singing. And then there was this guy from our area, Gary Shepard.
Oh, yeah.
He used to sing with Kingsman.
Yeah.
He's
And
from Oates.
He's from
Missouri.
Oates, Missouri.
Yeah.
So that's like 45 minutes from Salem.
Okay.
And Gary and I used to sing in a group together in high school. So Gary was with Kingsman, and he was writing some. Actually, he was writing before he joined the Kingsman. And he and I had a conversation. I was listening, like, I think I can do that. And so he inspired me to start writing, and at that time I was singing with my cousin and her husband. So I just started writing, and I would just pretty well just keep it on my piano bench. And so my wife said, I mean, why would God give you songs to just hang out in the piano bench?
Yeah,
You
for
need
real.
You're singing, you go sing your songs.
Yeah.
So I did
So y'all, I guess when you're singing regionally like that, were you just kind of covering other group songs?
pretty well. Yeah. Until I started writing.
Yeah.
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 Yeah. And
Thanks
so,
to your wife, you actually
yeah.
decided to do some of that.
And I had a friend, actually my cousin, and we hung out a lot together. He's a great guy, great music-minded guy. He's like the guy that was like, wow. Like he'd say, try this chord. And I'd be like, yeah, that's so much better. Why didn't I think about that? And Alan Freeman's his name, and so he and Gary sang together for years.
Okay.
And so, but anyway, Alan invited me to go to the quartet convention with him, and he said we're going to take your songs. So
What year would that have been?
Oh, that would have been like early. Oh, let's see. Tell my age now. In the early, maybe 90s, the late 80s.
Yeah.
And so at that time, I started notating all my songs, like a lead sheet, but it was all handwritten notes, And I started putting like 5 songs together, and I just walk around. And this was in Nashville at that time.
Right.
Yeah.
And did you ever get to go on the Nashville Quartet?
I never did.
Oh,
Never.
golly. Anyway, that's another topic, isn't it? But
That was the heyday.
it was the heyday. It was. And so I'd go back there and just visit with these groups, and I'd, push my songs, and so nothing really happened for a while. And then so then the group from Missouri, the Lesters,
Yeah.
the Lester family.
Yeah.
Oh, my
absolutely.
Goodness. So
Such a
they
great group.
we opened up for them a lot. The group I was singing with opened up for them a lot, and so they were the first group to record a song I wrote called "Prayed Up, Packed Up, Ready to Go." I always thought Gold City should do it, and so
Sounds like
but
a
they
Gold
never
City
did.
song. Yeah.
Oh, it does sound like it did something like "Pray."
It does,
You
yeah.
guys have a song kind of like that though.
There-
But anyway,
Yeah. There's been, that's top theme.
and so they recorded it and did good. Well, then that group I was with, we won some competitions, and we were a recording contract down at in Asheville.
Crossroads? Yeah.
Crossroads. But what's the recording?
Horizon.
Yeah, with Horizon Music, and Anthony Berger produced us, and we did a couple of projects with them. But we were opening up for a lot of groups coming in, and we did a couple of dates with Rex Nealon Singers. So then Rex approached me one night in Dixon, Missouri, and said, "Hey," he offered me a contract. So that was my first writing contract, was with Rex Nealon, and so that was really cool. And
Wow.
and they recorded some of my songs. He put them in his Keep On Singing book.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember those.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He
And,
Called Me Out was my favorite of yours that they did.
oh, golly, that was a good song.
Yeah.
That's a good song.
That was what, late 90s, I think.
Uh-huh.
That was a big hit for him.
Yeah.
It was a good hit for him. So, yeah. And then he sent a children's song to the Gaithers that I wrote called God's Zoo. And the Gaithers picked it up, and they it was the title cut for a children's like homecoming kids that
Oh
they
wow, yeah.
do series
I
called.
remember those. Yeah.
And so then I was with Rex until he passed away.
Okay.
And so, but I think, I don't know this for sure, but I think that's how Mark Trammell became familiar with my writing, possibly is through Rex, because I believe they were good friends.
Right.
And so our group, I'm just rattling on. You want me to stop?
Yeah, no, this is what we want you to do, man.
So the Nealons was your first professional cut. Would that be true?
Besides the Lesters.
Besides the
Lesters,
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So then, this regional group I was in, we had done a couple of projects down in Horizon, and then we did a project with Danny at his studio there in Gadsden.
Okay.
Yeah, that was so fun. And
Gold
we're a regional group, we're broke, and so I said, let's just do like a budget project here in Missouri. So there's, do you know Max Rhodes? They have the radio station there in Lebanon.
Oh, okay.
KTTK.
Yeah, that name rings a bell.
And so he also has a studio. So we went there and we cut this project, and we didn't take a picture for it. We just put a red cover on it and the words "I believe." And so on that project was "I believe I'm not what I was" in Grace. And,
Holy smokes.
and I know it.
Wow.
And I sent that to several people, and then Mark Trammell calls me and says, "Hey, we're going to do 3 of these songs."
Wow.
So
Man.
yeah, that was
neat
really
is
cool.
that?
Were they pretty close to the way that you demoed
They
them?
were.
Or the way
They were a lot alike.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because sometimes a writer, a group, especially writers that have their own groups, they'll record a song, and then when another group records it, it won't sound anything like the
No.
original.
It was really close.
Okay.
I ought to send you the original. Let you hear it.
Yeah, I'd love to hear it. So that's cool. So they cut all 3 of them on the same
They cut
project.
all 3 of them, and then Mark called and told me that, and so I knew that they had recorded it. So I lived about 10 miles out of town, and fast forward, I don't know how long it was, and I was working at a church as a music minister in Salem, and I was coming into town, and you come down this hill, and I was listening to the local Christian station, and so I was like, "I believe in the blood." That's my song. They singled my song. I didn't even know it.
That part.
He didn't tell me it was going to be a radio
hilarious.
single.
Wow. Did you about
So
wreck?
I just pulled off the side of the road and just got me a good spell right there.
Wow.
So after that, I guess more groups started taking notice of your songs. I guess
They
from that
did.
experience.
Yeah.
Who were you published with at that time?
So I was not published with anybody at
Okay.
that time. And so at that time I was.
So you were just kind of
whoever recorded my
yeah.
song. I don't have
Yeah.
a publisher. If you got one,
So you were just pitching.
Wow.
your
And I
song.
have several songs like that. Really.
Yeah.
Early on, I didn't have a publisher, and so yeah. What was the question you asked me?
We were just at that point, getting 3 songs cut by the same roof, and I said, I'm sure other groups followed suit and wanted more Mark Mathis
They
songs.
did, and so after that, I was Day Win offered me a publishing contract.
Yeah.
And so that was awesome. So I would go down there to Nashville, and I was like a fish out of water. They'd have these group meetings, and I'd go, and nobody knew who I was, and I was shy and not, I'm not really outgoing, and so I could just hang out in the corner by myself, and then I was just so overwhelmed, and so then they were beneficial in getting some songs out to artists also.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And then I think it was about 2014, 2015, you got one of your biggest cuts of your career. I mean, now I'm not what I was won a BMI award, but this song, Sometimes It Takes a Mountain. Did you ever imagine that the vocal band would cut that?
I got chill bumps still. It truly is a God thing. And I know you can over spiritualize things, but to this day, I can't believe what God is still doing with that song and how God's using it. People are still singing it. Churches are singing it all over the world.
Yeah.
And I wrote that song in a difficult time in my life, and so we just got a new shirt, and I'm going somewhere with this, and it says Highway 65, mile marker 27, because if you go from here and you go to Branson, when you get to you're going down 65, and when you get to mile marker 27, the road goes way down and it starts coming up, and you could see like forever. And I was on my way to help Caleb in the studio there in Branson, and I was at that mile marker 27. And I was praying. I was thinking, God, how can someone not believe in you and see this scenery? I mean, look at these these Ozark mountains are just beautiful. How can they not think of you? And it was just as if he spoke. I mean, I didn't hear no audible voice, but I might as well have. He said, Mark, why can't you see me in this mountain that you face today? And I began to write. Sometimes it takes a mountain. And by the time I got to Branson, I had the song, and I was a total wreck.
Holy
and
smokes.
so, cause it's very personal to me.
Yeah.
And I thought it was just for me. And I sang it on Sunday morning at church, and the response was just like, I mean, I've had great. I don't want to say it that way. I don't mean that.
Well, you have had great responses to.
I've
your
had
song.
great response, but
Yeah.
nothing from the church like this.
Yeah.
I mean, I couldn't hardly get down the hallway for people just wanting to hug me and thank you how
Wow.
much this song ministered to. I thought, and I need to send this to somebody. And I thought, I wonder if I could get a song to Bill Gaither.
The most prolific songwriter of all
Yeah.
time.
Isn't that
Can I get-
crazy?
Would he record my song?
And
So you had him in mind.
I did.
Okay.
And
Wow.
so I thought, how do I get a song to him? So I got on Google and I just typed in Gaither Music Company. I found this address. And I asked the media guy for the audio of me singing it that morning at the piano. And
Holy
I
smokes.
sent Bill Gaither in the mail to this address.
It's like, how would that
Sometimes
ever even get listened to, number one? And then for it to make it all the way through the process for him to hear it.
So the story goes even crazier because I sent it to him, and about a week later, I was in the music library at our church, and the secretary comes to him and said, "Hey, Bill Gaither's office has called, and they want you to return a call." And I'm like,
Yeah.
"Oh my word!" What? I think I know why he's calling.
Wow. Yeah.
And so I just remember going back to my office, and I'd circle my desk saying, "Now, Mark, don't be dumb." Kind of hold it together, Don't say anything stupid, And so I called the number, and his secretary, Geraldine, was answered, and she said, "Mark, Bill wants to talk to you, but first of all, I need your phone number because you sent us this song, but you didn't send us how to get in touch with you."
Oh my goodness.
So they searched for
Wow.
me and found me, and isn't that crazy?
It's the power of a song right there. My goodness.
And
how
so
does that even happen?
Bill, she got Bill on the phone, and we talked. He was just so kind, and he told me, he said, "I love this song," but he said, "I'm kind of old-fashioned, and so I'm going to let the guys hear this song. We're going out this weekend. I'm going to let them hear it." But he said, "I'm pretty sure we're going to record this thing." And then he invited me to their place for a writer's intensive.
Wow.
And so I went up there, and it was like a 3-day thing where writers go, and Gloria and other writers pour
Like a
into
workshop.
Yeah, workshop. And so I was at this workshop, and there was a knock on the door, and they interrupted this workshop, and it was this lady. I didn't know who she was at the time, and she said, "Is Mark Mathis in here?" And of course, once again, I'm in the back of the room in the corner, And I'm just kind of like, yeah. And she said, like, "Well, Bill Gaither would like to speak with you after lunch." And there's just like the whole room just went like, they turned around like, "Who is this guy?" Yeah. And so that's what happened. And after lunch, I went to his office, and he said, "Mark, we recorded this song, and I want you to hear it."
Oh, wow.
And
They'd already recorded it?
they'd already recorded it.
Oh, wow.
And so he said now, and Gloria has written another verse. I want you to hear it, and we want you to be pleased with it. And I'm thinking, I love it.
Yeah,
I hadn't
it's
even
good.
heard it.
It's good. It's good.
I love it.
I
I
gotta
love
hear
it.
it. It's good.
But I do love it. It's perfect. It's a beautiful verse. And so, yeah.
So you've co-written with Gloria Gaither.
Yeah.
How about
We're
that?
co-writers.
Man.
And so it's just been amazing. The other ministries that have picked it up and people that are singing it. I've had people call me like from the tip of South Africa and say, Brother Mark, we're like over here in this store and they're playing Sometimes It Takes a Mountain, you know, or the lady at our, you know, or we're in the Philippines. It's just a God thing. And Bill did tell me that because you said, you know, what's the chances that he would even listen to it? And Bill told me that day in his office. It's like, it is really a miracle. He said, I do get a lot of songs. And he said, it's a miracle.
Wow.
And so
That is amazing. And the fact you didn't even put your phone number on it.
I did put the phone number on.
They thought so much of it. We got it. This guy.
They got to find this guy. Who
He's
is
either
this guy?
genius or dumb as dirt. He didn't put his phone number on it.
They knew I was from Springfield, I guess, from the return address.
Okay.
You know.
Yeah, and just tracked you down.
But I said, like, I'll call. You know, here's my
How about
contact.
that?
Here's my email, or here's my contact information.
There's
That's
been
great.
several stories like that with different groups that people just hand them a cassette or back in the day, you know,
Yeah.
or just, and that's not normal for songs to get noticed that way. But
Well, you know, that is an awesome song and a miracle in my life. But I feel that way about every song that gets picked up. Really, it is a miracle. Those are a lot of writers like me.
Yeah.
You know, and there's a lot of writers really working hard to get songs picked up. So any song of mine that a group records, I know it's the favor of God. It's
What's your
I'm
What's your
thankful.
feel on that? When do you purposely say, okay, I need to write a song, and then start down the path of what's the process for you on, okay, is it just divine inspiration that gives you the thought and then you go, or is it a tune, or what is it that kind of puts you in that wheelhouse to write songs?
And the answer is yes.
So any and all of it, yeah.
It is a little bit of everything.
Yeah.
Like I really feel like, and not to be super spiritual, but I really feel like Sometimes It Takes a Mountain was an inspiration. It
Yeah.
was a
Well,
message.
that was a hard time in your life, and you come over the hill and you see what's going on with that.
Yeah.
and that
And
is
it's just,
divine
I
inspiration.
really feel like that was inspiration.
Yeah.
And I think like co-writing, you know, have you guys done co-writing? Like you sit in a room and you say,
yeah, we know
what's
the
anybody got any
process, yeah.
hooks? And,
Yeah.
and you're like, well, I got, everyone's like, well, this is probably dumb, but you know, because everyone's like me, you know,
Yeah.
they hate to throw it out there, but you know, they're like, oh, let's write on that.
Mm-hmm.
And you talk about the idea and then you start, you know, working together, and before long, you know, 2 hours later, you have a song that never was a song, you know, 2 hours ago.
That's the co-writing process. Are there times that it just comes to you and you sit down and pen it? Like
sometimes I still write a lot by myself.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah.
And so,
Or is it times you just sit down at the piano and start playing a certain tune and then the lyrics come? Is it a
both
lot of that?
Both
a lot
of that.
different-
Like
yeah.
sometimes my phone, if someone picked my phone up and listened to my audio voice,
riding down the road,
they
and I
think
got
this
to get
guy
it.
is crazy. Because, you know, I'm like, la, 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 la,
Yeah.
la,
Oh, no, no,
la,
no.
la, la,
Right.
and that's this is a melody for, you know, whatever.
Right.
You know? And so,
That because it will leave you if
Oh,
you don't
yeah.
get it. This is the handiest thing in the world now.
oh, golly.
Because if you don't get it, at 15 minutes later, you may not get it back.
This morning I wrote with Sue Smith, you know, Susie Smith
Yes.
from Nashville.
Absolutely.
And so we wrote this morning, and the same thing happened. Like, so we're writing this song, and we get to this bridge. I'm like, and I'm FaceTiming her with my phone, and then so I don't have I can't no way to record this melody, but I said, can you record this melody? Because that she recorded it, and then of course text it to me,
Yeah.
and so.
Are you still with Daywind? Are you still writing?
No,
with Daywind?
I'm with Chris White Music right now.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and so it's been really good.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
How long were you with Daywind? Because that would have
Oh.
started in the early 2000s.
That was, I think I was with them about, I'm guessing, 10 years, 8
Yeah.
to 10 years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they had a lot of heavy hitters at that time, too.
Oh, they
I mean,
did.
it was Kyla, it
Oh,
was
yeah,
Ronnie,
yeah,
it was
yeah.
so many
Exactly.
great writers. I remember
Great
that so
writers.
well because we were doing Mercy's Mark at that time.
Uh-huh.
And we had access to all of those. And Gary was doing a lot of co-writing with Kyla and with Ronnie. and then using some of your songs. And there was just a lot of real. I'm going
heavy hitters.
okay. Who you said Kyler wrote this?
Intimidated.
Yeah.
I was so intimidated by them, and still would be. But
Well, I think any of us would be.
yeah,
So you go in a writer's room with those legendary. I mean, she wrote One Scarred Hand.
I know it.
Come on,
Yeah.
So, but I think back to that first album with Mercy's Mark, and she was on there on His Response was Kyla. This Jordan was Kyla. Another one like him was you. We had something of Ronnie's on there. It was just all these writers after writers for a first time group. And that at that time, that was the power of Gary Jones.
Yeah.
That he was being able to pull some of that off, because you don't get a new group that's going to have those type writers.
And that was a great record.
It was really good. Yeah. But I just think about that and I'm going, goodness gracious. And it joggled my memory that, okay, that was the time that they had lined up these heavy hitter writers, and you walk into that to do a lot of.
I sure did.
Did you get to co-write with a lot of those guys? Or
I didn't. I did a little. And like I said, I was a terrible co-writer.
Yeah.
A terrible co-writer.
Really?
Because I'd be too intimidated to even throw out an idea. I'm sure they thought, he's a dud.
Those
why wouldn't they think that?
The other side of that, though, was that Kyla didn't co-write.
That's what I was going to say.
Yeah.
Those
Ronnie
writers didn't
co-write.
co-write with a lot.
The last thing we cut of Ronnie Henson's was "Love Like This." It's on our current album. And Gary just walked in and said, Ronnie, he was stressed out from being in this first tracking session we were doing. And he said, Ronnie sent me this. And he played everything for me first. Me and him were tight. He said, Ronnie sent me this, and I think it worked for Jeff real well. He played it, and it's just Ronnie singing. There's no music. It's just Ronnie's bass voice singing the lyric. And I said, yeah, that's Jeff. I said, go let him hear it. And he walked in there, and Jeff said, he's crying. He said, I love it. And so they went in and cut that song, but they didn't need a lot of help writing. So I can see some of that.
Yeah.
I'll never forget my personal connection to one of your songs. I'll never forget sitting in my living room. It was during COVID. And when I was with the Kingsmen, we were looking for new songs, and I was kind of the point guy, everybody would send me stuff. And I don't know if you sent it or if Gene sent it or Sue. But anyway, there was the three of y'all on that song, and it was just a work tape. I think it was Sue, because she did not want to send the work tape. She wanted to wait till y'all got a demo done. And I said, no. I said, just send me the work tape.
Don't you wish they'd all quit doing that?
I would.
Just send the work tape and let's rock on.
We prefer that. We prefer a work tape.
Yes, don't send us we don't need ideas on arrangements and production. Send us what the song is.
You'll hear that. You'll hear it in the song.
Yes.
Yeah.
And she made the famous comment, now, don't listen to the, just listen to the word, just don't listen to the way we're doing it.
Don't listen to the way I sing this. Just listen to the word.
Say, don't listen to the way Mark sings.
Was it you singing
Me
it?
singing it.
And I literally had church in my living. I mean, it's just one of those moments where I got cold chills, and I was like, this is going to work. The old story was new was the song.
Yeah.
And
I'd have been there.
yeah, it was just, and it was one of those story songs.
Oh yeah.
And it went through all the, where Jesus walked through his earthly ministry, and the premise is, if I had been there to see all that happen, I'd tell it today like I would have back then when the old story was new.
Yeah.
It's a great hook, great song, great lyric.
Who came up with the hook?
I think Sue had the hook and I did the melody.
Okay.
But the thing was that the way that y'all demoed it was in 4/4, and I said, you know what, this would sound. We'll put a little Pentecostal on it, and we'll do it in a 3/4 or 6/8 or something like that. And that's what we ended up cutting it in. Made it a little more gospel-y, you know, which it was great the way it was. I just thought for the Kingsmen, I thought it would work better that way.
Right.
And it's great that you guys would let that happen too.
And we ran it by all the writers, and of course Jeff Collins was producing, and
It was great.
made sure it
top
was okay.
5
It was one of infamous number 2. Yeah,
And top 5 of the year.
it was.
Top 5 of the year.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's great.
But that was a great song.
Yeah,
but I
it's a
just
good
remember
song.
that so distinctly. And the funny thing was, none of the other guys, I sent it to the other guys, and they were like, it's just okay. And I was like, no, if you heard it the way I'm hearing it, it could really be something, and but lo and behold,
And that's what it takes,
ended
is
up
someone
being
like you
a
to be able
single.
to see and
It
hear the
does.
potential
It does,
of the
yeah.
song.
If somebody's passionate about it, like there's times, I mean, on this last album, there was songs that I was like, I'm not excited about that one, but somebody else had a passion for it and was like, I really think this could be good, and it ended up being a great song.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it takes people like that. We talked with Ivan here a while back, and he was the point guy for a lot of their songs back in the day.
He was the point guy for all their songs, pretty much.
Yeah.
back
and
at that
trash bags and trash bags full of cassettes.
Yeah.
And fielding through all of those. And, he said it took me some, doing sometimes to convince the other guys. He said, but if I could convince them of that song, he said, that meant I wouldn't have to go back to that trash bag and dig out another cassette. But
But there wasn't very many Kyla songs in that trash bag.
oh,
There's no telling.
Oh,
There's no telling.
goodness.
The way he put it, all of them went into the trash bag.
Oh,
And
really?
There were
Oh,
so
goodness.
many, because all cassettes.
Yeah.
So he would pitch them in bags, and then he would pull a bag out at a time and listen through till he got through that bag. Keep what ain't that crazy?
Yeah, that is crazy.
It's crazy. Man, we are here tonight for a very specific reason. And I want you to tell us a little bit about the benefit that we're doing.
Yeah.
The whole story and what's going on, and then I want you to give us a link or something where people can go contribute to the cause.
Okay.
Can you do that?
Sure. So, my son-in-law, Caleb Brevis, he and my daughter Bobby and we have a trio, and we've been singing now for about 10 years, and so we're just local, and regional group, and Caleb was going to work back in November, the middle of November. He had a seizure as he was pulling into the parking lot of the hospital where he works.
Wow.
And when he had that seizure, of course, his foot hit the gas and he T-boned another employee.
Wow.
So this employee realized really quickly what was going on, and he said, this guy needs help. Well, of course, the wheels were spinning because he didn't let go of the gas.
Yeah.
Caleb's still pushing on that gas.
Mm.
So that guy broke out the window, turned off the car, got Caleb out, and he seized for like 15 minutes. And so they got him into the hospital, and he was intubated for 2 or 3 days, and they found a tumor that's what was causing the seizure. He had never had seizure ever. And so then they were pretty sure it wasn't cancerous, but a few weeks later, after the test results come back, he has a grade 3 cancer.
Oh, wow.
And so it's pretty. They did surgery. It was about the size of a golf ball, and it was in the front left lobe of his brain where it is your speech. And so they had to remove that out of the brain. Like, I'm thinking it's like, like a knot on.
Yeah.
Right.
No, it was inside, it was in the brain. They had to go in there and
Frontal
take it
lobe
out.
stuff,
And so when he woke up, he couldn't speak and he couldn't write. He had no way of communicating.
Wow.
He was thinking it,
Bless his heart.
but he had no way of saying, I'm hungry, I need to go to the bathroom, anything.
Yeah.
And so about 2 or 3 days later, they started doing therapy with him, speech therapy, and Bobby would start working with them and found out that if she would say a word and point at her lips, he could repeat what she was saying. And so that was progress, 3 days into it. And then the speech therapist came and said, sometimes their music is on the right side of our brain. And she said, does he like music? And she's like,
does he?
oh,
Yeah.
he likes music. And so, before long, he was singing Happy Birthday and Jesus Loves Me. And so I just remember our church was so good to come and visit him, family, church people, friends, other regional groups and people coming by. So as soon as they walk around that corner, he'd motion to Bobby, and she'd say, Caleb wants to do something. They said, okay. And he'd sing Jesus Loves Me. And he'd bawl, the whole room, we're all just bawling. So he's had, I don't know, 3 months of speech therapy. And had to pretty well just learn how to talk again.
Is it coming back?
Yes. Now he
amazing.
can make. This is 6 months into it, 7 months into it. Now he can make sentences now, and he can talk really
is great.
pretty well. He sometimes has trouble coming up with the right word. If he's tired or if he feels pressure, maybe a little anxiety kicks in, but he could sing like always. I mean, I don't know if you know much about Caleb, but he's an incredible singer.
Oh yeah,
he's an incredible
Great
singer, and he can sing like he always has.
So that is amazing.
It is amazing, isn't it?
How cool is that?
And so people just, I mean, when you see him on stage, you think, oh, he's fine, but he has had 6 weeks of radiation, and he's on chemo now, and he has 12 months of chemo, and he's done 5.
What's is it curable or is it just treatable? So it's one of those treatable things he's going to he's going to live with
something he'll
from
deal
now
with
on.
the rest of his life.
Without the act of
and
God.
so they have to have MRIs every 4 months.
Yeah.
They watch it to make sure. And he just had an MRI, and there was no growth. And so we just praise the
fantastic.
Lord for that
Yeah.
and pray, the chemo works. God can heal him.
Absolutely.
And we're praying for a healing.
And that's good.
Absolutely.
The whole podcast world praying for him. What's his full name?
Caleb Brevis.
Yeah.
Caleb Brevis. And
the reason we're here tonight for the benefit is because Caleb's not going to be able to receive any kind of benefit for the next year and a half, something like that.
So his job, the hospital just treated him amazing. Well, I mean, he was their team member. So, and they loved Caleb. If you know Caleb, his personality is contagious. His laughter fills a room. I mean, his boss said, Caleb, we miss what you bring into the room. We miss that so bad. And so they've done everything they could, and so eventually they had to release him. And so he lost his job.
Yeah.
He lost his insurance. They filed for disability. He's going to get disability, but he doesn't get insurance till December of 27.
Wow.
And so they weren't able to.
December of 27, not this December.
Not December.
December of next year.
Mm-hmm.
That's incredible.
And so they they couldn't afford the Cobra.
Right.
I mean, he's not getting any income, and so they
Right.
couldn't afford the Cobra. So they have another insurance, but because of that, they have to pay for it.
Yeah.
Sure.
I'm sure it's
And they had to
astronomical.
change hospitals,
Yeah.
and so that's been a really stressful also. But God's in control, and they know they're positive about Bobby, my daughter, his wife. She has just been so strong for him and to help him, and it's changed all of our lives.
Is there a GoFundMe set up? Is there anything set up where our people can contribute?
So there is not a GoFundMe. They can Venmo.
Okay.
And
So that's something we can get maybe and
from
share a
Dwayne.
link to.
Yeah, we can
or
share a
through
link
funnel
to
it
it.
through
Yeah.
Dwayne.
Okay.
And
We'll get that set up, and we'll have this because there'll be a couple of weeks probably before this is released. We'll have that information, something set up,
Yeah.
so that we can
And maybe
do that.
we could get an address or something where they could send
Yeah.
something in the mail.
Yeah,
We'll
they
get
can
all
go-
that figured out.
if they want to stay up on it, they can check our Facebook, the Mark Mathis family.
Yeah.
And that's our group. And Bobby updates regularly about if there's a doctor's appointment, if something's come up. She's really good to.
So
and
please,
then
everyone, go follow the Mark Mathis
the Mark Mathis family on Facebook.
page.
Mhm.
Yeah, and then we'll try to keep things updated on the Gold City page also.
Yeah.
But please, more than anything, pray for Caleb
Yes,
and
please
for
do.
all the family.
And thank you guys so much for doing this tonight.
We're excited to do it.
yeah.
Yeah, we're
Yeah. I
excited.
can't wait to sing "I Believe."
I can't wait to sing "I Believe" with you.
I'm-
I got to tell you this, so I'm excited about this. So I have a new song by Anthem Edition
Yeah.
called "He Is Who He Is," and it's over 30 years old. And
Oh, wow.
So
So it's
it's
an
in the
old
Rex
song.
Nealon Music Publishing Company.
Holy smokes!
Isn't
How
that
neat
cool?
is that? Yeah.
So we sang it at our family sang it at Silver Dollar City at the picnic, Seven Guys
yeah.
picnic. And Anthem Edition was at the same venue we were, and they heard it. And
Oh, wow.
they're like,
There it
"We
was.
got to have that song,
They got
man!"
that song.
Yeah.
That's
and so
fantastic.
they picked it up and recorded it, and it's their single
How
current
about
single.
that?
That is
That's
awesome, man. That
And
is
so
great.
like, they had the last one. Graveyard was my song.
that was yours too,
In
okay.
the graveyard.
I remember
And
that one,
It
yeah.
went to number 2.
Sounds like you got a little bit of the Gold City
I know.
number 2 curse.
I don't want to scare you off because I
That
want
is
you to choose one of my
hilarious.
songs one of these days.
Hey, listen, if we
but I
ever
can't
start
promise it'll
we
go
got
past
a-
number 2.
We've got an album and a half right now if we just cut number 2 Gold City songs. So we'll keep adding to it because those are absolute, and it'll be a bestseller because those are incredible songs. You know, There Rose a Lamb was number 2, but won the Dove Award. It's just funny how that goes.
It is crazy, isn't it?
It is. But man, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you. I really enjoyed
We can't
it,
wait
guys.
for
Thank
tonight.
you so
We're going to have
much.
a great time.
Oh, we're going to have hallelujah time.
Yeah. Bye, friends.